with the government.
To other stories, pregnant women must ensure they take enough nutrients to avoid conditions such as cleft and palate lip affecting their babies. This was the advice given by the Chief Medical Director of the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Professor Wale Oke, at a 3-day free cleft and palate surgery organized by the hospital in collaboration with the Hughes Foundation. According to other medical experts at the event, taking herbal concoction during pregnancy has been shown to be a risk factor for malformed lips and palate.
Also, abnormal intake of drugs. When you take drugs that pregnant women are not supposed to take, and these drugs are so many, there are so many drugs that I can't go on listing them. But when you take unrecommended drugs, it is possible that the seed of the womb that is developing in the woman may become abnormally affected. Also, exposure to irradiation when you go and have your X-ray taken when you are not yet there, or when you are not supposed to do that, it's possible. Then infection or infestation with certain organisms will also cause this. And lastly, age. We've noticed that when people get older, the tendency or the possibility of them having abnormally formed babies or babies with some physical defects is very, very high.
Interprofessional collaboration is important for the smooth running and effective service delivery in the health sector. That's the message that came forth when the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria hosted the Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria in Lagos. The president of the PSN, Mr. Olumide Akintayo, assured his guests that the association will continue to champion the ideals of impactful healthcare delivery in Nigeria, especially through placing premium on good pharmacy practice in the country. And in Edo State, as part of efforts to ensure affordable healthcare, the state government has carried out free medical service to rural dwellers in the state. The one-day event saw over 400 persons from Onwa West local government area converging at the hospital in Uzeba for diagnosis as well as receiving free drugs. The executive director of the State Poverty Alleviation Agency, Chief Evelyn Igbafe, explained that the initiative was born out of the realization that the bulk of sick people are in the rural areas.
Most of the patients that are admitted in the hospital in the urban areas are transferred from the rural areas. So that's what made me, sit down and say, this thing, let us comb the rural areas so that they will not be transferring patients down. We are ready to carry out surgeries on patients that want surgeries, surgeries are their only solution, and they will not pay a couple.
The head of the medical team, Dr. Princewill Oyakilome, said the bulk of the medical conditions in Uzeba are eye defects. The vice chairman of the local government area said his administration will complement the efforts of the state government in rural healthcare.
We've started to renovate the PHCs, which are the health centers. We're renovating them. We've actually gone in collaboration with the African Eye Foundation, to even come to do some free screening as well. So we are going to continue from where this has just stopped.
Finally, good news as 7 countries in sub-Saharan Africa have cut the number of new HIV infections in children by 50% since 2009, and that's according to the United Nations AIDS Programme. The UNAIDS reports on its global plan to tackle the disease in around 20 of the worst affected countries shows a dramatic reduction. In Botswana, Ethiopia, Ghana, Malawi, Namibia, South Africa and Zambia, and this means that tens of thousands of more babies are now being born free of HIV. Overall, across 21 priority countries in Africa, there were 130,000 fewer new HIV infections among children in 2012. That's a drop of 38% since 2009, and it's mostly due to increased drug treatment of pregnant women with the virus. But progress has stalled in some countries with high numbers of new HIV infections. UNAIDS identify the need to find out why and remove the bottlenecks which are preventing scale-up among the places causing concern, and this includes Angola as well as Nigeria, where new infections in children have increased and remain unchanged respectively since 2009. Nigeria is said to have the largest number of children acquiring HIV in the region, with nearly 60,000 new infections in 2012. And for those children who do become infected, access to HIV drugs that can keep their disease in check is unacceptably low. Only 3 in 10 children get the HIV medicines they need in most priority countries. UNAIDS Executive Director Michel Sidibe said progress in the majority of countries is a strong signal that with focused efforts, every child can be born free from HIV.
You know when it's hot, it is sweltering, and when it's cold, it could be frigid. Water levels are rising, flood is rampant, diseases are on the increase. Green monster flourishes on our waterways. Scientists say it is climate change. Politicians negotiate it, and world leaders debate it. But what do you make of it? Understand your climate. Make sense of the world on Earth File.
And that wraps up Health News for this week. Thank you for sharing your time with us. I'm Yomi Otaigwe.
Africa, a beautiful continent of young minds and countries. Who best to get their attention? Join America's #1 citizen, President Barack Obama, at the Youth Town Hall meeting live on Channels Television, Saturday the 29th of June 2013, time 2:45 p.m.
It opens with a gate of arts, moves into windows of creativity.
She finds the only English word she knows from somewhere hidden in the belly of a 4-foot 9-inch body, and instead of "I won't care," she greets us with "bye-bye."
Branches into rooms of color, and ends with a roof of imagination. Walk into Art House. The pieces all come together at 9:30 p.m. every Saturday. Art House, life is art.
You see, life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.